All right, everybody, welcome to the virtual players meeting of Stage 1 of the 2020 Tour de Rocket City tournament series. So we're doing things a little bit differently this year based on the coronavirus situation we've been in all year. So this is the first ever virtual players meeting I've ever done, and maybe the first one you've ever participated in. So first of all, thanks for signing up for the event. We look forward to a great tour series throughout the year. This is kicking everything off. So some of you may have played this back in 2018, so we took last year off, regrouped, and 2020 is basically bigger and better than it ever has been. So we look forward to keeping things rolling really in 2020. So we couldn't do this without all of you who are helping participate in this event. It might be the first PDGA event we've participated in for a while now. So shout out to the team behind the scenes and right in front of you who are helping put all these events on throughout the year. So myself, I'm the tour series director. Clint, Bo, and Jeb will be tournament directors throughout the year. And then also behind the scenes, we have Nathan Rigoni, Michael Stevenson, and Levon Wolf kind of helping get the courses ready and facilitate things day of, assisting all of us doing different things. So shout out to everybody. Also, shout out to the sponsors, and especially InZone Disc Golf, Levon, for being the title sponsor this year. All of our tour sponsors are helping give the players and the TDs really the best possible experience we can provide throughout the year. So all three stages in the finale will be kicked up a notch compared to 2018, and I think compared to a lot of other events you might be participating in this year. So thanks again to all of our tour sponsors, InZone being the title presenting sponsor. Also, Michael Rigoni of Country Financial. So he's back on board as a tour sponsor this year. So if you have any insurance or financial needs, life insurance, retirement planning with IRAs, or just your typical home auto insurance, hit up Micah. He does fantastic work. He can get you a quote really quick and help customize a package to your exact needs. Also, Infinite and Discraft. So Discraft made some ridiculously good looking custom stamp discs, and Infinite has given us a lot of stuff we're going to give out throughout the year. So much appreciated to those two manufacturers. Speaking of really good looking discs, also shout out to Dustin Woodley for the ridiculously good artwork he did again for this year's tour. Let me see if I have a disc here. So this is the disc I took a picture of. I have a stack of discs for payout that we'll be bringing. So really sick design. Thanks, Dustin. This is a custom stamped Zeus, so we have some of these for payout. So really looking forward to everybody seeing those. And also Full Flight. So Chris and Caitlin will be coming out to Huntsville later in the year to put on some Flex Start stuff. So shout out to them for coming on board as a tour series sponsor. And the hole sponsors that are sponsoring holes throughout all four events in the series. So we have numerous ones of those. So a big shout out to everybody who has sponsored the tour so far. I will go through layouts. Not so much it'll be in course rules to kind of keep this as fast and short as possible. But there's basically two layouts here. You can think of it like an A pool and a B pool for stage 1 at Indian Creek. So A pool is MPO, MP40, and MA1. B pool is FPO, FA1, MA40, MA2, MA3, and the two juniors divisions. So for the A pool, you'll be playing the long tee pads on holes 5, 6, 7, and 18, the short pad on hole 15, and the long baskets on 10 and 18. So the same layout for both rounds. B pool, so everybody else, all the amateur and pro female division, you'll be playing the short tee pads on holes 5, 6, 7, and 15, the long pad on 18, and the short baskets on 10 and 18. So again, same layout both rounds, but there will be two different layouts being played. OB and course rules, I won't go in detail through all of those, but I do want to point out that the drop zone and the short tee pad for hole 5 are the same. So the short pad for B pool essentially is the drop zone for all divisions if you happen to miss the Mando. Just FYI. Also, there's a bee nest right by the Mando on hole 4. So I'm going to paint a circle around that and caution. But just know that if you're close to that Mando sign, there is a bee's nest directly underneath it. So take relief. We don't want anybody getting stung, and we'll all be good. All right. I will cover some coronavirus policies, which are kind of changing things up throughout the year. All of you signed a coronavirus waiver when you registered on Disc Golf Scene, or you replied to the email that I sent out. So I just want to cover a few more things that make things a little bit more different than it normally would be. Kind of keep your distance from everybody, at least 6 feet apart. The further apart, the better. That goes for waiting for the shotgun start at 8:45 for round 1. It goes for playing. It goes for retrieving discs. It goes for waiting for your payout at the end. It goes for everything. So please just social distance, so we kind of follow what the PDGA is suggesting for everything. Scoring will be digital. Everybody will be keeping score on their smartphones. There's a password for it that I'll be sending out to everybody on the player sheet via email, so check your email. One more important thing, there will not be any water being supplied on the course or snacks. So this is a suggestion from the PDGA to suggest that all players bring their own liquids and foods to eliminate common surfaces being touched by everybody. So please bring enough liquids to supply yourself for the entire day. It's going to be hot. It's always hot here in North Alabama. So just make sure you have the appropriate amount of liquids for yourself for the day. Let's see. I'll be assigning holes for round 1 by tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central, and it'll be visible on the PDGA page. So when you check in with Clint in the morning at Tournament Central, which will be underneath one of the pavilions, the large pavilions, you'll go directly to your hole. There's no need for a players meeting because this is the players meeting. And there'll be a shotgun start with a 2-minute warning at 8:43, and then we'll tee off at 8:45 a.m. So just make sure you check your hole. We'll have the board set at Tournament Central for your reference, but you can also look back in the PDGA event page to see what hole you're going to be starting on for round 1. What else? Lunch break. There's going to be a 1-hour lunch break following the last card turned in from round 1, and hole assignments will be posted to the PDGA event page prior to round 2. One other suggestion is going to be for you guys to carpool to go get lunch somewhere. So Indian Creek and Creekwood Park are very popular. It's a very popular park in the Madison-Huntsville area. So parking is going to be at a premium come in the afternoon for round 2. So the less cars we have leave the parking lot means you get to keep your parking spot for the entire day. So please carpool, and we'll hope for the best. What else? Oh, CTPs. We will have 4 CTPs for, it'll basically be a CTP on 4 of the holes for the entire day, right? So we'll have CTPs on hole 3 and 6, which are infinite disc prize, which are amateur only, some prize packages. Hole 17 is going to be a $25 merch credit to our payout for the amateur divisions. And then hole 14 is going to be $25 cash CTP just to the 2 professional divisions. Just so you know. Cover lunch break, payout procedure. So we're going to have to do payout a little bit differently than we normally would. So we have to properly social distance, minimize the amount of people in a small space. So how this is going to work is for pros, you'll be paid out electronically. So there's no need to stick around for awards or anything. You'll get paid out via PayPal later that night or on Sunday. And for the amateur divisions, I will announce the winners first. The winners of each division will then proceed to the merchandise area to get their payout. After first place is finished and everybody's gone, then second place. So everybody who finished in second place in their division will go in and get their merchandise, get their payout, and then go away. And then we'll proceed down the list. So after first and second place, we'll move to third place, fourth, fifth, sixth, so on and so forth. So it's going to take a little bit longer than it normally would for payout after a disc golf tournament, but it's kind of the best policy we can come up with for now. So we would appreciate your patience. And, it's kind of to reward those who performed the best. So they kind of get first dibs. But trust me, there's more than enough good stuff to go around for everybody. So we're really looking forward to paying out some sweet looking plastic. All right. So I'm going to cover a little bit of the tour and the structure and that sort of thing, because I don't think I've talked about that yet. So this is stage 1 of the tour. So there's 4 total events. So there's 3 stages plus a finale. Each stage is a C tier, and the finale is going to be a B tier. And to basically enter in the points race, you need to participate in at least 2 of the events. And the total points will be the total from all the events, right? So since coronavirus kind of limited the amount of events we're having this year, all events are going to contribute to the point total. How do you earn points? Great question. First thing is showing up. You get 5 points just for attending. Players you beat in your division, 2 points per player, 0 points for ties. So it only matters who you beat, not who you tie with. And then also strokes under course par, 1 point per stroke. So we're not going to penalize you for being at or above par, but you will earn points for each stroke underneath course par for your particular layout in your division. And also for those who place in the point series, you'll get paid out at the end of the year. Amateur divisions and merchandise, pros and cash. So $5 from every entry fee, from every event, every stage, the finale, goes into a pocket of money that'll stay in that division. So all the MPO money stays in MPO. All the intermediate money stays in intermediate. All the rec money stays in rec, so on and so forth. So all the entry fees from your division will stay in your division and will be paid out to that division at the end of the year to who places. And we'll know how many places we're paying out kind of after the second event, kind of gauge participation, how many people are going to be in the points race roughly for the year. So the more people in each division means more people in that division will get paid out. So big divisions equals more people getting paid out. So I'm pretty pumped about that. One other thing I want to note is that if you don't want to participate in the points race, that's perfectly fine. You can just play in 1 event in the year, or 2 events, or 3 events, or all of them. It's up to you. It doesn't matter. Each event is your typical PDGA event. There's going to be points earned, rated rounds, payouts. So even if you show up to 1 event and that's the only event you can make throughout the year, you still get a great experience. So there's nothing that's being taken away if you don't get to participate in the entire points race. But there are about 21 or 22 people who signed up for the Tour Series package. So thanks for those of you who did that. So all of those players will receive a merchandise package in addition to the discounted entry fees that you all got throughout the year. The pack will include a Quick Stick XL with thanks to Levon of InZone Disc Golf, and then there'll be a merch item from Discraft, one from MVP, and then one more probably from Infinite Disc that'll be given to you at the finale when you check in and get your players pack for that event. So you'll get your merch pack for the tour and you'll get your players pack for the finale. So that'll be a pretty awesome event for everybody. All right, I will email out the player sheet, so please review it. Please watch this video. And if you have any questions after you've reviewed the course material, the player sheet, watch this video, please just shoot me a message, text me, email me, Facebook message me. No carrier pigeons, probably won't get here in time. Really, any method of communication, I'll be checking on things periodically, so I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So thank you all for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday morning. See ya.